get this Operation Jade Helm out of Bastrop, get it out of Texas. We don't want it here.
How many people? Because I'm told there was downstairs auditorium full, other rooms full, people out the door. The room looked like it held about 300. It was jam-packed, standing room everywhere. You're a good judge of how many people. Joe Biggs, former Staff Sergeant, U.S. Army. How many people do you think you saw there?
Yeah, there was definitely a few hundred altogether. I mean, the room that we were in and the main actual hearing is only supposed to hold about 50, 60 people, and we had over 100 people crammed in there. And then you also had another area where they had a viewing television as well. A lot of people showed up. A lot of people answered the call to come out, stand up against this exercise, and a lot of good questions were asked. But a lot of this, typical, PSYOP, questions to kind of beat around the entire actual question itself, or those were the answers that this lieutenant colonel gave.
Joe Biggs, what about him saying, "Oh, we're not going to be in plain clothes outside of private property," when their own manual and their news article interviews for the last month all said that? He laughed at that and acted like we'd made something up yet again.
Yeah, he definitely, when real questions were asked based off of their own documents that they put out there on the internet, when people asked questions pertaining to that, he would kind of smirk and laugh and almost like, where did you get this idea from? This is completely crazy that you would even think that we're doing this, that we're going to be, operating suspiciously and all that. They completely denied that. They said that all these operations would be conducted on private property, and they said that the people who own this private property decided to contact JSOC.
Oh, sure.
Decided to, but they didn't, though, because there was a guy who was sitting beside me who his neighbor was, they came to him. The people of Jade Helm came to her property and asked if they could operate there. But he's going out here and telling everyone that, no, these people volunteered, they contacted the military and said they wanted to use it because that's their patriotic duty.
Joe Biggs, I want to come back to you in a moment to break down some of the things you witnessed. I noticed that David Knight has come into the control room. David Knight, of course, frequently hosts this radio broadcast and anchors the nightly news with you and others. I want to find out his take on the situation. David?
Yeah, Alex, I spoke to my wife. Actually, she sent me a text because we don't live too far from Bastrop. And this is what she told me. She said, I spoke to a news reporter who was wearing a red and black dress afterwards. Asked her if she thought there were more people against it than for it. She said, it was exactly equal. And my wife was very upset about that. She said that absolutely was not the case in the large overflow room downstairs where she was. She says, I don't think that's the case where Joe and Jakari were.
We were watching the feed. I'd say about 90% were against, 10% were just cordial. Joe Biggs, what would you say?
That's how they're going to spin it, though, of course. Yeah.
Well, it shows incredible deception.
People oppose Operation Jade Helm. 98% of the people out there opposed it. There was like 2 Obama supporters who were just all giddy about it.
Oh, they love the idea. Hold on.
They're the ones who are kind of like booing
incredible.
us.
You're saying what percentage, Joe Biggs?
98% did not want it here. They want it out of Texas. Yeah. They don't want it in Bastrop. They don't want it anywhere.
Well, that's what I saw from the video, but I said 90 just to be safe. Are you saying that your wife was actually in the overflow room, David Knight?
Yes, she was.
What a great family.
Sorry?
What a great family that, see, your wife's not even reporting for us, but she's there covering this because you live out there. Simply amazing that she talked to the reporter and she spun that at her. It shows how it's getting everyone, the media, the police, to go along with the deception.
Absolutely. And it'll be interesting to see which news organization this is that has a reporter in a red and black dress, see how they spin this. If they're telling people it was
What does your wife think about that?
Well, she was very concerned about it, just like all the rest of the people there. She's very upset about it. I mean, we just went into Bastrop yesterday, and we saw some people there with a joint task force, Homeland Security on there, but I think actually they're part of the Texas National Guard. We looked up the organization that they were with. I just have a concern with seeing military everywhere I go. I mean, even though we're close to an area where they do training, we don't typically see military out there like we've seen them in the last couple of weeks.
Well said, David Knight. Well said. I mean, that's what this is all about. Just the 10 or 15 times we dialed in for a minute or so just to get a smattering of what was being said, Joe Biggs, I heard about a third of the people bringing up, hey, military's being trained to take on the American people, and he would just deny that when it's in their own manuals, Joe.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they have the documentation stating that they have training for that, and it's stuff that they've done in the past. You know, we saw the things that happened with Katrina. We've seen it in other operations as well. I mean, the people have a right to be concerned about this. And quite frankly, I don't think these Jade Helm architects who showed up today did anything whatsoever to calm anybody whatsoever. All they did was add further speculation as to what's really going on with their very vague and, you know, just senseless answers as to what they were, you know, to the questions.
Imagine being that colonel. I mean, imagine having to sit up there in America that he's now been ordered to target. It's been declassified. He's engaged in a PSYOP. Where do they find people like this?
Well, he's just a talking head. The guy who actually is running the operation is Thomas Mead of Metris Global. That was a suit that you could see in the video to the right of the lieutenant colonel that was just sitting there. All he would do is he would nod and look at the colonel and kind of give him suggestive answers as to what was going on. No one could speak to this guy. We couldn't get anything from him whatsoever. But he...
Stay there, Joe. We got to go to break. Stay there.
Hunters, anglers, campers, and survivalists. Get back to nature. Expand your horizons with the highest quality, most versatile, unique slingshots and sling bows on the market at slingbow.com. Slingbow products are compact and models start from just $17.98. They're perfect for your bug out bag or storing in your vehicle. Give yourself and your loved ones the excitement and tradition of Slingbow. A new frontier in archery and truly modern twist on this primitive survival tool. Feel the thrill only at slingbow.com.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it led back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Hi, I'm Alex Jones. When I got on air 20 years ago, I weighed 180 pounds. I lift weights 5 days a week. I could swim 2-3 miles. Then I discovered the New World Order, the globalists, their agenda. I started an Access television show. I was so dedicated to my work and hanging around with radio guys that I began drinking. I began smoking cigars and then even cigarettes. I transformed from looking like a white Bruce Lee to looking like a Jabba the Hutt. So I began a journey 5 years ago to shed the almost 100 pounds. I started taking Super Male Vitality and saw dramatic results in just a few weeks. When I added to the mix the key products developed by Dr. Group for InfoWarsLife.com, the results were incredible. Take the InfoWarsLife.com challenge today at InfoWarsLife.com or give our crew a call. They can answer all your questions or tell you about any of the specials at 888-253-3139.
When the day comes where the world changes forever, you can be ready at a moment's notice. With Survivalist Camps, the ultimate fully functional off-the-grid survival bug-out house that's completely mobile and ready to go. All the comforts of an RV, but custom built to outlast any other trailer. Learn more at survivalistcamps.com. Due to overwhelming response, limited inventory is available. Be ready with survivalistcamps.com. Survivalist Camps, providing your basic needs to survive.
This is Sharon Hunt. Before using Heart and Body Extract, my energy level was very, very low. I could only walk a few feet and then would have to sit down. I was tired and lethargic. But after taking Heart and Body Extract, my energy level has improved greatly, and I can now walk longer distances without getting tired so fast. Thank you, Heart and Body Extract.
Learn the secrets of an effective, natural, 100% organic nutritional supplement for a healthy heart and circulation at hbextract.com.
Don't worry, this show is documented. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
That's right, don't worry, the truth ends up outing. I never got into humanity won't survive another 1,000 years unless it escapes Earth. I'm going to shoot a special report for the nightly news tonight that will then air tomorrow, so I can take a rest after the show, kind of reset, focus, cover it, and then have that for the show tomorrow. That's why you got to tune into the nightly news, because there's just so many special reports that are done every day that are part of the news that you'll never see or hear here on the radio. You need to go to Infowars.com/show. You need to go to PrisonPlanet.tv, become a member. It's 15 cents a day, 20 people can use each membership simultaneously. PrisonPlanet.tv. Want to thank all of you that are members. Want to thank all of you that showed up as well by the hundreds out there in Bastrop to let them know that we're aware of what's happening. I want to thank all of you that are taking advantage of the different specials we're running. The biggest special ever on colloidal silver, 50% off and free shipping on 1 bottle. Buy 2 bottles of Survival Shield X2 and get a free bottle of Fluoride Shield and free shipping. And you can get 2 bottles of Silver Bullet Nascent Iodine and get a free bottle of Fluoride Shield Chelator Detoxer as well, and free shipping. So the biggest specials ever on that group of products, and we have some other specials running as well. They're only running for 3 more days. The countdown is now live at InfoWarsStore.com and InfoWarsLife.com. Okay, Joe Biggs, I've been jumping in, and David's been jumping in. Other points. I wanted to get Jakari on, but I guess he's too busy interviewing folks for the Nightly News, doing a great job. And I guess Josh Owens is out there with you now. Overall, what's your takeaway from this? My takeaway is the globalists look freaked out. The PSYOPs guy looked freaked out. The colonel looked freaked out. They know the people are fully awake and are aware of what they're doing.
Yeah, like you said, 98% of the people opposed this entire operation. People were completely against
stop Jakari
it,
real quick. Sorry. Make your point, but then grab Jakari.
Do what?
I just saw Jakari walk by. Grab him. Just yell at him.
Okay, hold on.
I'm sorry. Make your point and then get Jakari. I just saw him walk by. I was wanting to get him on earlier.
Alex wants to talk to you.
But hold on, Joe. I want you to finish, then we're going to talk to you. I just wanted to get him for the show. He's not going to escape coming on air. I'm going to get him on air. But, Joe, what's your takeaway from it in closing?
Well, my takeaway from this thus far is that these guys came very ill-prepared. They did not have the answers to questions that they should have had. They backpedaled quite a bit in their answering on stuff. They said that there would be operations only on private property, and then at one time he goes, well, maybe there could be some that are off. And then, he said, well, there might just be 2 Humvees, but then there might be more. It was back and forth, and people kept asking the same questions in different ways to kind of throw the guy off, and it worked because we could catch him stumbling quite a bit. So I think they came out here thinking that most people weren't going to show up. Even the judge even was like, wow, I'm really surprised that this many people showed up, especially ones who are knowledgeable about what's going on, who have actually looked into this entire operation and have been following it for quite some time.
Well, that freaks politicians out because they don't know a political class of people that are actually awake and aware. And, your knowledge of the military, my research and knowledge of it, tracking this, the public's knowledge. This sends a message to the establishment that they're not going to get away with just slowly implementing martial law, Joe.
Yes, exactly.
I want to do 5 minutes of overdrive, so grab Jakari before he splits. Great job. I want to come back, talk to Jakari for 5 minutes, then we'll put a bow on this because we're done. And then we're going to be back tonight, 7 o'clock Central, InfoWars Nightly News. Listen, this is the tip of the spear. This is teleprompter free. This is real. I'm directing stuff live on air. You're seeing everything behind the scenes. We are what we are. We don't like tyranny. We believe we can win if we fight back with God's help. So we're giving the enemy 110% fight. We'll be right back in 70 seconds, internet only, Infowars.com/show. Stay with us, or other fine programs coming up on this same station.
In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operation.
We let the worst people get control and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
A popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out. Intellectually, it's begun and you can feel it.